Good morning, campers. Let's do a reading. I feel like doing deep dive into your connection for one of my beautiful divine collectives. So let's do that. Deep dive into your connection. We're going to start from what's currently going on in your connection, how it's looking right now. So you know this is your collective. And then we're just going to do your joint energies. We're going to tap into a little bit into the energy of your masculines. Maybe we'll do some oracles. We'll see. Let's start. What's going on in your connection, this collective? What's going on in your connection? What's going on? What's going on? Two more for your first row. One more. All right, let's see what do we have. Let's see what do we have. Let's see what do we have. Okay, we have Mask. That is your first card, Mask. I was specifically thinking about feelings, not showing your true feelings, hiding your true feelings. This card says so. Whoever you're connected to, this collective, you wouldn't be talking honestly about your feelings. It would sort of be they're showing me like this elephant in the room, right? So maybe perhaps once or twice in the past you've expressed how you feel about your person to them, but you wouldn't be discussing this. It's like it's not like you're really talking about how you feel about each other. It's sort of a taboo kind of a topic, right? It's like it's in the air. You can feel it in the air. You can feel it in the room when you are together, but it's something that you're not discussing. We have butterfly, so your relationship, this is your joint energies, right? So what's going on? So I feel like this is for not just for you. Perhaps you are changing in this connection, perhaps you are changing because of this connection, but more than anything what I'm hearing is that you are moving now to the next stage of your connection, whether you know it or not. We're going to clarify in a moment, because I always say this to you guys. When people hear moving to the next stage, they immediately go to the cliche 3D sort of a moving to the next stage. It's going to grow. I'm going to get what I want. But in some soul connections, it may seem like it's not, may necessarily be the case. Let's leave it at that for the moment. We have camera. Reminiscing, thinking about memories. So maybe specifically right now you are, or maybe even you had a conversation recently, I'm hearing, with your person. Remember how we met? Remember, that day when we met, or certain things from the beginning of your connection. But you maybe just on a generic level be thinking a lot about your connection, about memories, memories from the past. And we have hustling, so maybe it's a detail for you or for both of you. Maybe both of you are not really in the best place of your life right now financially, when it comes to finances, stability, job. Maybe you are in between jobs. Maybe you're just starting a new job, looking for a new job. That may be the case. And we have golden mirror. So more than anything, it may be that it is just a mirrored connection, but I am sensing with this one that at this point it's a bit one-sided. So you would feel for your person, or you would want from your person a little bit more than you're getting. Let's clarify these. Mask. Higher commitment, partnership, union. I feel like this is the key thing that you're hiding. You, this collective, you would feel like you want commitment with this person connected to you. Like you want partnership, you want eternity. Maybe even a detail for some of you that you want a ring. Maybe you want to get married. Maybe it's something that you dream about, to get married to your person. That forever commitment. And I feel like that's something that you're not talking about, right? So even if here and there you said to each other that you have feelings for each other, right? You wouldn't be very forthcoming when it comes to really saying to your person to what you're thinking about, what you're dreaming about. Does it make sense? We have shock. That's on top of that butterfly. To be honest, you guys, it may already happened for some of you, but I am hearing that it's something that it's coming. Maybe that's a reason that I was guided to do specifically this collective, because I'm hearing, remember we said that something is going to be shifting in your connection, something is going to be changing. I feel like you may not be expecting it, and there's a reason I sort of eased you into saying that sometimes when we hear transformation, we immediately go to, it's gonna go to a higher commitment, right? But sometimes some relationships, even if they're true soul ties, sometimes we need to go separate ways. Sometimes certain things need to happen for the sake of our transformation, to prepare us to be the person that would actually hold this relationship. 555 on a timer, as I said that. So I feel like it may be that your dynamics will change suddenly and unexpectedly, or maybe it's already started, but like I said, I'm feeling this may be a preparation reading for some of you. Camera, not today, avoiding conversation, not dealing, still upset. This is on top of these memories. I feel like wherever you go with your memories and with thinking about your person, you will be thinking that, I don't know how to express this so you don't misunderstand me. So obviously you're connected to your person, so obviously you share beautiful moments and moments that you cherish, but I'm hearing that you looking back in the past, or maybe it's the energy that will come to you after that shift, that you never really had anything. You never really had this. I feel like this connection, this collective, you never actually had a relationship with your person. So either you had like a short lifted romance, and then you were put in the friend zone, in the friend category, or you were constantly in that in and out sort of a romance. But I feel like it never actually was the real deal, a tangible thing. And something that we have separation. Golden mirror. Heart healing, heartbroken. We have heart healing, heartbroken. These two came together. So I feel, I feel like it may be coming. I feel like it may be coming. And we have sunglasses, which is a bit of a sort of a stalker kind of energy. I want one more for that separation. Self-indulgence. You guys, this collective, I feel you are in a very strong destined connection. Someone that you feel like this is your forever person. You want commitment, you want marriage, you want happy ever after, right? But things are not going exactly that way. And I feel like for some time you would have been attached to this person. Hold on. Sorry, the noise was annoying me. So I feel like you have been attached for quite a while to this person, despite the fact that they were not giving you anything tangible. So either you were in and out, or you were in a friend zone category, like you were afraid to move away, despite the fact that they were not giving you what you really dream of, what you really crave, what you really want from them, right? You weren't even talking about these things. And I feel like sometimes in these connections, if you are put into a mirrored connection for the sake of your transformation, for the sake of you looking inwards, right? And you are not doing that because you're constantly primarily focused on your person, sometimes what the divine has to do is this. And I often say this to you guys, to my divine collectives. Separation is needed. Nothing ever will happen without true separation. We have to go separate ways, because if we don't, you will never enter this stage, the stage of self-indulgence, self-worth, value, time to heal, shadow work, self-appreciation, because you because you're constantly going to be focusing on your person. So even sometimes, my beautiful divine feminines, right, in that first stage of the connection, that you're in and out, or like in your friend zone, it's really nothing. It's really nothing. It's just very, very, very one-sided, right? So it is a mirrored connection that is showing you your shadows. So sometimes some feminines, they start that work in that stage, right? They start that work in that stage, and they start to heal. They perhaps start to already go for a shadow work session, work with a mentor to really understand this connection better. But they cannot focus on that self-indulgence. They cannot focus on this shadow work, time to heal, discovering self-worth, self-appreciation, because how can you really do something when your biggest trigger, your biggest temptation comes in and out every 2 weeks, every month, every 3 months, whatever's your dynamics, right? You leave it all. In the beginning, in these connections, we are in such huge longing that you may have your plan to focus on you, to do certain things for you. Your person comes up and they dysregulate you, or they take your attention away. So you're never really able to heal. This is why this always happens. And sometimes I find that when we move from in and out to separation, it usually happens 2 ways, right? So either a point in the connection is reached where the divine feminine literally hits rock bottom. Rock bottom. She feels so hurt, so disrespected, so unseen, so unvalued, that energetically she just feels enough is enough. And she either just feels it and passes that emotionally and energetically through red thread to the masculine, so he stops speaking to her, right? Or she literally puts in a boundary if she's ready, saying, no, don't do this. Don't call me in the middle of the night. Don't tell me to come over. It is over if you're not able to offer me anything, right? So sometimes it's the moment of rock bottom when we start to tap into that energy. I have to love myself more. But some feminines, they really wounded to the level that they're not able to reach that moment. Nothing would ever make them feel that I need to separate myself from this man to be able to heal. And I trust that, if it's meant to be, it will turn around. But right now I am enough with the humiliation and with the pain. So if you are not ready physically or energetically to take that decision, the divine interferes. The divine just does something that separates you. And I feel like this it will cause a heartbreak. It will cause a lot of despair. And I feel like you will really get into longing this collective. You will really get into longing. You will really, maybe your person will stop talking to you, will stop responding to messages, will disappear. I'm hearing even for some of you, they may move without notice. They may move to another town or another location, another part of the city, start traveling for work and not even give you any notice. So you're really gonna get into that, sort of a bit of a obsessive, longing, stalking energy. What's going on with them? What's happening? Where are they? They're not speaking to me. They're not appearing in the usual places, right? So let's see. Let's dive deeper. Let's see what's going on. We may do some shadow work for you, this collective, instead of your masculine. Maybe we'll do both. We'll see how things are looking. Let's tap into your joint energies as a connection, as a pairing, where you are right now. You guys, it's really funny because I had like a couple of these towers here that I'm lighting up, and one just it's all in ashes. And this pink color that it has, I'm not sure whether you're gonna see. It looks like it's just bleeding. Can you see that? It's like bleeding, like burned to the ashes, until the point of just like, I'm hearing this song by who is this, like Leona Lewis, that's the name of that beautiful lady, Bleeding Love. I feel like it's going to be a hard moment for this collective on your journey. I always say this for my feminine, make sure that when you hit that point, it's like we have no one to talk to, because these connections, they madness in the beginning. So find yourself a healer. Find yourself a healer that's one of these healers that you can talk to, that you can connect, to help you get you through this, because these are the worst moments, not just of this connection, but of your life. But it can only get better. When you hit rock bottom, there's no other way than up, right? We have Wheel of Fortune. I'm hearing two things with that. First, confirmation. It is a destined connection. It is a connection that came to your life to roll everything over, to create change, to create movement, to set you on your destined path. Something very destined, something that was really meant to be, to help you see things from different perspective, life from different perspective, people from this different perspective, yourself, love. But I'm also hearing, for now, the wheel is turning for the two of you. So your connection is shifting. I feel like this is the moment where we will be moving from in and out to separation. This collective. What else? We have 7 of emotions. Let me do 2 more for your first row. Free of materials. I will want to clarify these, because I'm hearing something very specific for that Knight of Emotion. Clarify that Knight of Emotion for me, please. Justice, karma. So something is shifting, something is changing, the wheel is turning, right? So in order for you to ever have certain things to happen, you're not going to feel that way. Sometimes I say this to you guys, sometimes we're not seeing that what seems like a step back is actually a jump forth, right? And a step forth. I feel now it feels very confusing for both of you, because these are your joint energies. I feel you're very much guided by your emotions. Not even guided, I wouldn't say guided. It's more like bound by your emotions. It's more like overwhelmed by your emotions. I was hearing with that Knight of Emotions, we're going to do another row, that Knight of Cups, that it may be that something will be offered literally before your person disappears. So maybe it will you may feel, I'm hearing, that something good is coming, that progress is coming, right? So you may find yourself in this moment that intuitively you will feel that something good is about to happen. Or maybe even for some of you, your person will offer something. Maybe they will call you, maybe they will come to your house and say something like an expression of their emotions, like, you really mean something to me, I really care about you, I really want something. This is very specific, you guys, so it may sort of play out differently for some of you, but I am seeing is this meeting in this moment when things will be said, that you will actually understand these things as your person opening up, wanting to offer something, wanting to work with you a little more. But from a perspective of your person, they will, whether they will know it or not, it's like they will come to say goodbye, right? Like they will want to see you before, consciously or subconsciously, they will feel that you will be separated for a while. I want to clarify these energies and what I'm feeling. We have Seven of Inspirations. We have Queen of Emotions. We have a lot of sevens. Maybe number 7 is significant for some of you. Maybe you're ruled by 7, or maybe July or 7th of the 7th. We have the Devil. Yeah. And we have Muse of Emotions. 10 of Voices at the bottom of the deck. I feel like right now you are both very emotional, not thinking, I'm not sensing this balanced emotion, right? I feel like dysregulated emotion. We have confusion, we have the Devil card. I'm hearing as well for this collective, especially with that 7 of Inspiration in this particular deck, that it's time to get out of your darkness. You would never really, you wouldn't be able to rise. You wouldn't be able to get out of your darkness in these kind of connections if separation doesn't happen. It's just impossible. I feel like you are really not seeing things for what they are. You're so overwhelmed with what you feel that is love. And I'm not saying it's not, but it's really right now guided and bound by shadows. That you are not just seeing things for what they are. It's like when it comes to your person, perhaps not even just to your person, but specifically when it comes to your person, you're hearing what you want to hear. You know, like those situations when someone sends you a message and literally like gives you like a breadcrumb and you're like, oh my God, right? So I always give this example, like your masculine sends you a message like after not speaking to you for like weeks or months on end, hey, how you doing? And you're like, oh my God, he loves me, right? So he's offering you nothing, and you're making you're seeing it as a love declaration. And I feel in this energy, I feel like it's a shadow for both of you. You are hearing what you want to hear without seeing things for what they really are. Because who you are to each other, it's really irrelevant in these situations. Love of all my lifetimes or not, my twin flame or not, you have to see things for what they are. You have to see what this person is giving you and offering you. If you're not, it's because you don't have that self-love. So I feel like you are seeing and hearing what you want to see and hear, and this person, because you're bound by shadows, and this person, because they're bound by shadows, instead of expressing themselves really clearly, they're also in such emotional confusion that they actually saying things that could be misinterpreted, especially by someone who is unhealed. Does it make sense? But right now, I feel like both of you, this collective, see, it's an ending, and it's pain for the sake of your awakening. For the sake of your true awakening, it's now time for both of you to hermit. It's time to hermit. It's time to put this on a bench. It's time to embark on your own journey, because both of you need to mature. You need to do the work to mature. This collective, both of you, whether you know it or not, you would be very emotionally immature. Maybe you even find it in yourself that whenever your person reaches out, you get all giggly but not in a, in a mature way, in a very overwhelmed way, you would be like this emotionally, this collective right now. I want to do a few more. I'm guided to do a few more. I kind of want to leave this justice here. Free of voices. Free of voices. Heartbreak. You know, sometimes there are wounds within our hearts and within our soul that cannot just be patched. We really have to shatter our soul and our heart to gazillions of pieces, to attend to every piece separately, to heal and give love to every piece separately, to go deeper that most people goes. '73, I was hearing also maybe maybe one of you were born in '73, or maybe that's a significant number. We have number 4. 4 of inspiration, sorry, 4 of inspiration. I really feel like this is the beginning of your era of starting you, this collective. Again, you're emotionally confused, you're emotionally immature, you're overwhelmed by your emotions. You're sitting right now in your emotions, right? It would be the element that is overwhelming you. So you're not thinking logically, you're very ungrounded. You're not guided by your true passions, but what truly ignites you is just this person. It's like only this person has the capacity to give you any kind of true joy in life right now. And it cannot be that way. We're never going to build a tangible, mature, real, true, divine union if we are in a mindset that this external one person is the only source of our true happiness. It means we are unhealed. You need to build your own stability. Build your own stability. And I feel like this is your era to rely on. There's a reason I've taken this deck for this reading. Like, you see these women just relying on each other. I feel like this is your era to find yourself, if you don't have one already, find yourself a mentor, find yourself a reader, a psychic medium, whoever you gravitate towards, another divine feminine who has been through this journey and whose life path is dedicated to help other women like you in this situation, and rely on that. I'm also hearing not just that, because also it's important, like having a mentor, right? It's important, but I'm hearing also female friends, to try to build new friendships, not necessarily someone that you could talk to about these things, because I always say this to you guys, this journey is very difficult. We are extremely lucky, if some of us have like at least one friend that we could talk to about these things. Extremely lucky. Extremely. Most divine feminines, you're going to try to talk about this in the beginning with some of your friends, but they're going to look at you like you're crazy. So at one point, you're just going to stop because it doesn't make no sense. This journey is madness. It is madness. It's a beautiful, amazing gift given to very few, like a fraction of 1% of human population for a specific objective. But most people doesn't think it's real, because most people are stuck in a mindset of logical system, matrix system, that if something is not really a common thing, it must not exist, right? If we don't have a tangible logical proof, because they're disconnected from their hearts, from the magic of what's beyond the veil, right? And it's a normal thing. So, but I'm hearing like friend that you will be able to go and have lunch with every week to talk about normal things, clothes, nails, dancing, go for shopping, whatever is it that you like, you know. One more. You need to build your own life, your own stability. If that is non-existent, every relationship, it is not love, it is codependency. And it is a recipe for disaster, because in any kind of relationship, even if it's like a soulmate, even if it's like a lower soulmate, you cannot expect the other person to make you happy through their actions. You are the only one who has to make yourself happy. 8 of emotions. There are things you really have to right now put in the work to manage your emotions better, to walk away from things that are not serving. It's like this collective, you're holding on so tight. I so strongly feel that for this collective, your separation, it's going to be a divine intervention. Because you would never reach that point.